Good morning and welcome. It's Saturday the 11th of June. I am Flatcap Callum. I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Alright, coming up today we will do yesterday's review. We have got another stake and a half. There's some decent handicaps to go with today. So it's a £30 stake for the second day in a row. Tomorrow will be much quieter, looking at what's coming up. So it'll be a quiet day Sunday. Monday looks reasonable, and then Tuesday we hit Royal Ascot. So as a reminder, I will be doing an additional video Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night and Friday night. I'm probably going to be a bit tired. So 5 nights. So the 5 nights before each day of Ascot, there'll be an Ascot specific exclusive video where there'll be medium stake plans. So the same thing I did for Cheltenham. I did a £200 series, £50 a day. I'm going to do a £200 series for Ascot, £40 a day for each of the 5 days. And as well as that, there'll be the normal video in the morning, which might take the accumulator that I use in the medium risk staking plan, but it will also include some other bits from other meetings as well. Hopefully that's clear. If you are new to this channel, let's just go through the quick house rules. It is high risk, so on most days we lose. On the winning days, we hopefully outweigh with profit that we make outweighs the losses. The losses are limited because we are staking discipline on this channel. So I set the stake is £20 on average for a day. Sometimes we go more, sometimes we go less, but the important thing is it is capped. There's never any chasing, so if it goes badly, it goes badly. Yesterday we had a couple of winners, but ultimately from a profit and loss, it wasn't a very good day, but you just got to let it roll. That is what happens. That happens on more days. So it can start badly, finish well, start well, finish badly, start badly, finish badly. You can start well and finish well. It can do all those things. It's not for everybody, but what I am doing here is it's real money. It's through a Sky Bet account I set up specifically for the channel, and I used it for Sky Bet because on most days Sky Bet are the best bookie to use for the types of bets that I'm placing on the channel for extra place races. So I don't always use extra place races. There's all sorts of nooks and crannies I'll look in, but on the majority of days for the majority of bets, Sky Bet is the best bookie to use because you get that many more extra places. So that's why I'm using a Sky Bet account. So far the channel is in very healthy profit. So we're for the whole since we started on the 10th of January, we're double-digit profit, and we've been that way for a long time. We did have a bad run, so if you joined us a couple of weeks ago, we've had a really bad fortnight. Then this week has turned it around a lot. So it's been a really good week, and from a percentages point of view, we are tracking more winners and more places than we would do on average. So we had a fortnight where we had 1 winner in 2 weeks, and it was all looking bad. But I know what my averages are for wins and places, so you just have to ride it through. So I know because I've got statistics and data to back what I'm doing up, is it was a rough patch. This week we are above average, so I don't want anyone to get carried away with today's bets because we've had a couple of good days this week. Staking should be the same, so whatever you've bet on other days this week on this channel, use the same denomination. So whether you're using the same amount of money I use, you go higher, you go lower, do it the same. I'm not having a brilliant week. I've had a couple of good days in the same week is how I describe it. Yesterday wasn't overall, but from a winner's point of view, we've had 10 winners this week. The last time we had double-digit winners in a week was early March, so it's been a decent week for winners. And in terms of win or place, we're well above average for this week, whereas the last couple of weeks we've been down. So that is what it is. The important thing as well is to flag to you, it is all free. There are no extras. I'm not selling you anything. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I don't have any extra channels. I don't ask you to pay for anything super duper. It's free. It's take it or leave it. Follow the tips, back some of the tips. It's entirely up to you. I'm here because I'm somebody who makes money from betting, and I'm trying to help other people who maybe are long-term losing gamblers. And the way that I'm doing it is in trying to do it in a fun way. So gambling is fun if you are controlled. I would flag that. So if you are somebody who's got some challenges, this isn't the channel for you, and go seek some help. This is about trying to make betting fun. So £30. If you can't afford £30, £15, halve it. £7.50, quarter it. You should be able to do that with most of the bets we've got on here. But the idea is having a bit of a fun on a Saturday afternoon, and that's what we've got this afternoon. Everything's pretty much between 2 and 5:30, I think, for today. Okay, I will crack on to yesterday's review. Otherwise, this video will end up being the longest video ever. So it wasn't a good day in terms of profit and loss. 30 on, 11.19 back, which was 18.81 loss, which statistically is the worst Friday we've ever had. So losses are capped, wins are not, but it was a loss, a significant loss. We'd lost almost a day's stake yesterday. We had a couple of nice winners in there, but nothing else really came off, and we were below percentages wise. So we had this where nothing went off at all on that one. Oasis Prince, I really thought that was overpriced. It ended up coming 6th of 8. It didn't really do anything. But Romanor in the last leg did go and win at 9-1, so at least gave something back as a return on bet 1. So that was a nice winner. And if you watch the race, it absolutely stormed through. It didn't look like it was going to get anywhere near, and nailed the other horse on the line. This was complete write-off. West by East was the closest. It was one out of the placings at 33-1. The others weren't good. Barney's Bay wasn't too bad, but not a place. So nothing back on bet 2. Bet 3, Northern Express, which was, to be fair, a last minute at Swapsy, because I had 2 horses and one was a non-runner and I swapped it round. So it was a good last minute sub in, and we ended up getting Little Brother there placed with it at 20s. So it was a place double on there. The annoying thing then, if anyone watched or didn't watch that 520 Fairy House, so they basically had a malfunction with the stalls and it was a false start. So a 6 furlong sprint, false start, all the horses came pouring out. Quite a lot went at least 2 furlongs of the 6 furlongs at a pace, and so you're never going to know what the true result would have been on that race. And Takana ran up with the pace and faded, but they went, as all the races did yesterday from Fairy House, because the stalls, they couldn't get them fixed in time. They all went from basically slight walking start with which is just not ideal, particularly on a sprint. You want them to push off. So yeah, frustrating. Don't know what the true result would have been, but we had a place double there. Then the cross doubles, Northern Express won, so we were down to the last 2 to see if we can save our day. Little Brother did look at one point like it was going to get there, but not in the end. And Cludas Hill was a little bit out of the placings, so we got a place double on that. And then Clonmel was an absolute pile of rubbish, so nothing there. And then Fairy House, Big Gossy was the only one that placed. So yeah, overall that was it. Not the best day in the world at all. The worst Friday we've ever had. That was on the back of the best Thursday. So today, £30, 5 bets. It's 4 lucky 15s and 1 Win Trixie. So I brought the Win Trixies back on Monday, and we managed to get 3 out of 3 in the Win Trixie short prices. That's the first time I've done one in a good few weeks. I don't want anyone to get too excited because Mondays went in that this one's going to go in too. But it's a very similar looking bet. There's 3 short prices. I've done it as a Trixie. I know some of you will do it as a treble and go all in. A Trixie is a slightly safer way of doing it because if you get 2 winners, you make a tiny bit of profit. Whereas if you do it as a treble and you get 2 winners, it's all gone. So 3 winners is what makes you make a decent payout on these. But that I'll come to that. So bet 1, and what I'll say on here as well, there was a suggestion yesterday which I've tried to do today. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every day. I'm betting through Sky Bet, but I'm trying to advise you. At the time I looked at this morning, just before the video, what was the best bookmaker to use per bet. So for some of you that have got multiple accounts who want that level of information, I'll try and do it where I can. So this bet bet 1 is better on with Sky Bet. And that's because there's enough of these races with extra places. So it's all York, and the staking levels for the Lucky 15 are different today. So 2 o'clock we're going Casilli 15-2, 3:40 Devast 11-1, 4:50 Enigmatic 20s, 5:22 Running Wild 7-1. I've got no additionals on that, so I've upped the stake of the Lucky 15 because I think it's reasonably solid. So I'm doing that to 24p each way Lucky 15, no extras, 720. But Sky's your best place to put that if you've got the choice. I'd put these bets on with anyone, but Sky is the best one. Second bet is also a Sky Bet one advised. So we've got the 2:15 Sandown Linden B. It's gone down to 7 runners, that race. Sky are still paying 3 as long as there's 6 runners, so it definitely that helps. but I think the majority of these races, for this bet particularly, is definitely the best Sky one. There's almost one extra on every race. We've got the 411 Bath Uther Pendragon 22s, 446 Bath Eagles Dare 14, and the 505 Chester the New Marwan 16. So 20p each way lucky 15, and we've got an additional 50p each way double on the bottom two. So I've stacked a little bit towards the end of the day that if it all goes bad, at least got something to cheer. Clearly the whole thing can go badly. It does happen on days. So that is bet 2. Bet 3. Okay, so this one is a 2. I've got 2 like this. Not Sky or Hills, and the reason being is that the place terms look the same across the major bookmakers, but Sky and Hills aren't paying best price guaranteed on all the races. So if you've got the option, put it on with someone not Sky or Hills. So try and find your best prices. So it's a Limerick lucky 15, 240 Inventor 13 to 2, 350 Out on Friday 16 to 1, 425 War Hero 18s, and the biggie at the bottom. I just think that's really overpriced. I think there's question marks about a lot of the market principles. So I just think Doolin Dancer at 66s is really, really worth a go. It may well finish down the field, but I just think there's enough back form in that says 66s is way too big. So 20p each way lucky 15, and we've got an additional single 50p each way on Doolin Dancer. That is bet 3. Bet 4 is the Win Trixie. So this is what I've got for today's Win Trixie. So first one is it's Monday. Again, not Sky or Hills, because Indian Creek, they're paying 4 places on that race on Sky, because it's got extra runners, so you won't get best price guaranteed. So it's very marginal. So shop around for the best price, but you want to go somewhere where you get best price guaranteed all 3 races. So we've got 250 Sandown Coutura 6 to 4, 345 Hexham Johnson's Blue 6 to 4, and the 430 Chester Indian Creek 15 to 8. So I've done that as a £1 Win Trixie. That is bet 4. And finally, bet 5. So this one advising Paddy Hills or Betfair. So on balance, there's one race where Sky are an extra place, but then there's others whereby I think overall I would just on balance, because of the best price guarantee, I would say Paddy Hills or Betfair are the best bookies at the time of doing the video for this bet, but it's very marginal difference. So if you've got the option in those 3, I would put them on there. So we've got 315 Limerick, White Strand 16s, 320 Chester, Bullet 4 17 to 2, 340 York, Roach Power, so I've got 2 in that race, and 545 Leicester, Zara's Return, which is definitely the riskiest one probably today. I mean, doesn't mean it's not going to place and others will get well beaten, but it is the riskiest one in terms of what I'm putting in here. And I've done that as a lower stake one overall as a bet, so 16p each way lucky 15. So that's my weakest, I would say, lucky 15. And the only reason I'm saying that is because these races are 3 and 2 year olds races, which I've talked a lot on here. The results sometimes can be very inconsistent, so I have less confidence with those sorts of races. So I've done it as a lower stake. That is bet 5. All right. Any questions, as usual, shove it in the comments. We've got a lot of volume again today. I'm hoping we avoid non-runners. We managed to do it yesterday, so let's hope we can do it again today. And then word on the golf. As far as lucky 15 goes, Julien Brun in the end missed the cut by 1, so that's disappointing. So we've lost him out of the lucky 15. But Henny du Plessis is a really solid second, and it's the last day of the LIV Invitational today. So as long as he can hold his place in the top 5, we're good. If he can get to Charles Schwartzel, we'll be delighted. So all eyes on Henny this afternoon for that. Then over in the Canadian mixed, Mackenzie Hughes struggled yesterday. So he's only 5 shots away from places, so he needs to step it up the next couple of days. And then in the Champions Tour, Jerry Kelly in the end had a great finish, and he's currently tied 4th. So we've got chances in there. So we've got a couple that are definitely in contention, and one that needs to do some work, and one out of it. And then as far as the other singles, Stephen Brown missed the cut by 1, and then Ken Tanignauer is just slightly better than mid pack, I would say. Okay, that's the golf. I'll be back in the morning. It'll be a much quieter day, lower stake, and we are getting ready for Ascot. So enjoy your day, enjoy some sunshine, whatever you do. All the racing's condensed, nice few hours. Hopefully it won't take over your afternoon today. And I will see you then. Thank you all for your pleasure and your pleasure. That sounds really weird, doesn't it? Thanks for your time. It's been a pleasure. That's probably what I meant to say. All right, cheerio. I'm going to stop it there before I say something else incredibly awkward. Bye.